Hey, Niwot Choir family. Hope you're having a good day. Today's Tuesday Tunes. I'm going to talk about the BYU Choral Department. Brigham Young University in Utah is an amazing school for choir. They have 5 traditional choirs at their school. They've got a non-auditioned university choir that has 2 sections. I think they treat them as 2 separate choirs. So tons and tons of singers in the non-auditioned choirs. They've got an advanced audition men's choir and an advanced audition women's choir. The women's choir has, I think, around 160 singers. The men's choir, from what I've found, is the largest collegiate men's choir in the United States. They have 180 singers, and they audition about 500 tenors and basses every year, so that's really cool. Huge choir. They've got 2 auditioned mixed groups, their concert choir and the BYU Singers. Concert choir, I think, has about 100, and the BYU Singers is much more select with about 40, so about 10 per voice part. Overall, in all of their choirs, traditional and non-traditional choirs, they have more than 1,000 people that take place in their choirs every semester, which is just insanely huge. They have several jazz groups and a cappella groups. One of their vocal jazz choirs is called Syncopation. They have 2 really well-known a cappella groups, a 9-person men's a cappella group called Vocal Point, and a 9-person women's a cappella group called Noteworthy. Each of those 2 groups have, and several of the bigger ensembles have their own YouTube channels with lots and lots of recordings. Some kind of cool things noteworthy: the select 9-person women's a cappella group was on NBC's The Sing-Off in the first season of The Sing-Off back in 2009. They didn't win, but they actually did then win the International Championship of Collegiate a cappella competition before that in 2007. And one of Noteworthy's former members was actually on season 4 of The Voice, and I think she's now their director. She was eliminated after a couple rounds of The Voice, but that's really cool. Vocal Point, the 9-person men's a cappella group, was on the Sing-Off in 2010, 2011, and they actually made it into the top 5. So made it pretty darn far on that. That's really cool. I wish they would do more of the Sing-Off. I wish they would bring it back. One thing I haven't mentioned is that, well, with over 1,000 people involved in their choirs, it's not 1,000 music majors. They have quite a few music majors in it, but according to their website, even their top 2 auditioned groups, the concert choir and the BYU Singers, have roughly 50% of their members that are not music majors. So music majors, non-music majors are all participating in choir at BYU in crazy amounts. All of the choirs have performed all over the place, lots of competitions. I won't go into all of it, that would take way too long. And many have been at several ACDA, Choral Directors Association conventions. So they're really well known. I'm not going to list off the different videos that are on YouTube because I'm going to put quite a few in there. So go check them out. They are amazing. All of the videos, all of the groups, and such a cool program with how big it is. Hope you enjoy listening to some of their stuff. See you tomorrow.